it is, after me, goldfish.
Goldfish.
Yes, it's goldfish. Goldfish. Have you guys ever seen goldfish?
Yeah.
Not the snack one, not the one you eat. The goldfish, right? So
Right.
goldfish, it actually has a little bit golden color. So that's why we call it goldfish. Goldfish. All right. Now, since you guys already familiar or with the sound of the names of the animals, now we're gonna do a game. And in this game, I'm gonna divide you guys into two groups, and I'm going to do a numbering really quick. So in this activity, when you do the grouping, I want you to do count the students by saying 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then after you say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, make sure to remind the students to remember whether they are 1 or 2. So if there are 1, you're going to invite the ones to your right hand side once, and then if there are 2s, invite the 2s to your left hand side, and then divide them into 2 groups and have them line up in front of the TV screen or whiteboard or wherever you put the pictures. And then next, if it's a huge class, of like 30 or 50 kids, then I would say invite a few volunteers, and then maybe the rest of them can watch, because I want to make sure the classroom is not going to be chaotic. So if it's a class of 20 or less, this activity is doable. If it's more than 20, I will invite maybe 5 volunteers on group 1 and 5 volunteers in group 2. Alright, so I'm going to divide you guys into 2 groups. So 1, if you're group 1, please come to this side. If you're group 2, please come to that side. And what I want you guys to do is, I am going to have this magic pointer in my hand, and then this magic pointer is going to be used for you to point at the right word or animal that I say. For example, if I say, and I'm gonna need a volunteer to do that. If I say a blue horse, Sean, can you help me point out which one is blue horse?
Yeah.
Okay, come. Sean is our star student today.
Yeah.
Blue horse. Good job! Yes, very nice. Thank you, Sean. And then, of course, so we have 2 groups here. Guess what is gonna happen? We're gonna have a little group competition. And so group 1 and group 2, I am going to have Sean, you're gonna be my assistant right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Sean, you're gonna help me collect. No, you don't have to stand up, it's okay. So let's say Sean, if Sean is my assistant, then I'm gonna have Sean, can you help me record the points for group 1 and group 2 by writing on the whiteboard, imagination whiteboard over there. And then, so, I'm gonna say the word. And then when I say the word, if you think you have the right answer, just grab the magic pointer from my hand and go ahead and point at the answer. So whichever student did it first will get 1 point for this group. But guys, remember, even if you get it wrong, that's fine. Don't worry. It's just a game, not a big deal, right? All right. So the first one is going to be black sheep. Black sheep. All right. So goes the competition. Okay, it's a little awkward to do it without students in the classroom, but when you do this activity, students are gonna get a little excited, and then so make sure to remind them to do it gently. And then this game can also be played at the same time, meaning that you're gonna prepare 2 of them, so that each group will have 1 for each, and they can pass it on. But make sure that they're not too aggressive, because you don't want them to destroy your pictures or the pointer. So remind them or demonstrate yourself how to point at them gently. And then normally, according to my experience, students love this type of game. And some of them might get a little nerve-wracking. So if there's a right moment, if someone get it wrong, and the whole group will be like, oh my God, or no, tell them to say something like, it's okay, no big deal. It's okay, no big deal. so that we pass on the right, positive energy to them. All right, so after this activity, I think students will be familiar with all the vocabulary that we're gonna introduce in the story. Now it's time for you to begin the story part. So moving on, you are not just going to move on to the next section, you're gonna tell the students, now did you guys have fun? Is it fun? Do you guys like the game?
Yeah.
Good job. Do you guys know why I am introducing these animals? Sean, do you know?
I have no idea.
You have no idea because I am about to tell you guys a special story that I prepared for you guys. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
All right. So, when I introduce the story, so when you are, actually, there's something else. Right after this game, if you think there is time left, since the demo class is 30 minutes, a backup activity or something that you can choose to do or not is to do another round of bingo with the animals. Can do another round. Students never get tired of playing bingo. And it's a very quick 5 minutes activity too, which I'm not gonna demonstrate, but I'll have them all in the folder for you. And then when you're telling the story, make sure that the words are right here. The words right here are gonna help students with their comprehension. And in fact, they are going to tell the story later with you, so make sure that they have the words here to support them. But definitely not in front of the whole class, otherwise kids who are more advanced will lose the opportunity to really practice telling the story. I'm gonna go read off the cards. Alright, so today I'm gonna tell you a story about a brown bear. And the name of the story is Brown Bear, what do you see? What do you see? Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck. Do you guys want to do it? Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Oh, see the blue horse is looking at me. Oh, I think that missed the part, looking at me. Make sure to add looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me, right? It's looking at us. All right, let's ask them, what does he or she see? Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. See, the goldfish is looking at me right now. And do you guys want to ask the goldfish, what does he or what does she see?
Yeah.
Go ahead, ask him.
Goldfish, what do you see?
Guess what does the goldfish see? I see a group of students looking at me. So here is actually a surprise part, which you're gonna take a photo before you start this demo lesson. Just grab the kids, take a group photo, and then while you're teaching the class, ask someone to immediately insert the photo into this PowerPoint slides. So when you're teaching the story, when you get to this part, it's gonna be so exciting for the kids to see their own picture in their lesson. And then let's continue. All right, I see a group of students looking at me. Now I am curious. Okay, I'm gonna ask them, students, what do you see? Guess what do they see? I see, or they see, Mr. Chambers looking at them. Mr. Chambers looking at them. Isn't this awesome? So I steal your photo from Eric. Eric give me the photo. All right, so that's the story. That's the story. And now I'm gonna come back. What I am going to do is, I want you guys to help me tell the story. Can you guys help me? Can you? Let's try it. All right, so the title is going to be Brown Bear, what do you see? All right, let's see. So, go ahead.
Brown bear,
what do you see? I see a
red bird looking at me.
me. Good job. Oh, sorry. And you ask the red bird.
Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me.
Good job. And next.
Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me.
All right, let's pause here. And then after you practice with the students for just this one round, what I want you to do is use the printout photos and then have students sit in a big circle. Ideally, it would be nice to have about 9 or 11 students. And then if there is more than that many students, just invite about 11 students, because about 9 students. And then to sit in a circle. What you're going to do is to give each one of them a card for them to actually ask each other, so that the story will make more sense. And this, you have really practiced with them for about 1 to 2 rounds. So it will be a nice activity to end the class with students telling the story and doing that role play. For example, if the first student is Brown Bear, and then he or she is going to hold this. So he's going to be Brown Bear. So I am Brown Bear. And then the person next to him can be, it doesn't have to be in order. If the person next to him is a yellow duck, that's fine. So the first students will start, actually, you're gonna invite the whole group, the whole entire class, to ask that one student. Brown Bear, what do you see? And then if that student is Brown Bear, he or she is going to look at the next person. I see a yellow duck looking at me. And then the whole class will ask the yellow duck, what do you see? And then the student who holds the yellow duck has to answer the question, and then we'll look at the next person and say, oh, I see a red bird looking at me. So, if you want to make it more interesting, it does not have to go around the circle. It can be randomly. You can ask the student to pick whoever they want to see next. But it's challenging if there are little kids like in the circle. So if you want to do it in an easy way, then go around the circle. If you notice that the students are pretty advanced and they're more older kids than younger kids, then have them actually do it randomly. For example, if I'm holding Brown Bear, and then the entire class will ask the Brown Bear, Brown bear, what do you see? And I'm gonna look at the circle of students and I'm gonna pick that person. I see a blue horse in front of me. And then, in this order, they can pass it on. They can just continue randomly. So that is more entertaining this way. It's more entertaining. Alright, so this is the end of our Marco Polo Kids demonstration class. Thank you guys so much for participating. But before the end of the class, I have a little gift for every one of you. So I'm gonna collect an exit ticket before we end the class. And if you can just share with me one thing that you learned today. And I'm gonna go around the circle. I'm gonna come to you and I'll ask you, can you please tell me one thing that you learned today? And if you tell me one thing that you learned, I'm gonna reward you with a little sticker. And then Sean, can you tell me one thing that you learned today?
Yeah, I learned that the fish with red and yellow, that's a goldfish.
the fish with red and yellow, that's a goldfish. Good job, Sean. Here's your sticker. And then, so in this way, you end the class, giving a little gift to each student, and then they do an exit ticket to prove that there's some takeaway that they have. So that's the demonstration class, and then the written instruction will be mailed to you soon. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, star student. All right, that's a wrap.